o'clock. That's when it really started going.
All right, I'm
Um,
sorry. I just hit the record. Tell me that one
no,
more time. Tell me about the peak and what the experience was like as a hurricane passed over.
yes. It's kind of like this. It's like you don't want to open your door because you know that you shouldn't do that, but you definitely wanted to because because there's like so many interesting noises going on outside, and you're just wondering what it is. And yeah, I mean, I've had a few blowing winters in Traverse City, but definitely the wind's just like it's just different. It's just like a little bit like there's things being carried sometimes. So I don't know. Yeah, sometimes you could hear it, but we just like, got lucky and we just didn't end up getting hurt too bad. This tree in our backyard missed the house, and it's just a giant tree. And I was kind of looking at it and I was wondering if the whole tree was going to fall down or if just the branch. I guess the whole tree went. So we were lucky that, that's my back neighbors right here. So
Okay.
they got lucky there. But yeah.
Show me the tree again if you can, Drew.
Oh, sorry about that. I started walking away.
Yeah, that's okay.
Here, I'll do a jog. Um, but yeah, no, what's crazy is before, the mayor was saying, everyone get out, you're gonna die. And I think what she should have said was asterisks, if you're in an evacuation zone. Because I had everybody calling me, asking me to leave, and I was just telling them, hey, I'm in Zone E, I'm in a good area. It's just gonna get windy here. The flood was what was gonna worry me, but the wind wasn't. But that obviously is a little bit to worry about right there. Is
Yeah,
the
did you
temperature.
get any flooding in your area?
Okay, so that's the next part. Basically, we this section of the neighborhood is kind of like higher up. So no, not my house. But then when you go down to this reservoir right here where the park is, um, then you'll see where all that rain was going, and that's just a testament to the good drainage around here. Is that it took it all off the freeway
Yeah.
and put it put it in here. It's about 6 feet of water that saved us all from a bunch of flooding. So that's why we're in Zone E, Tampa Heights. Um,
So, did any of your neighbors evacuate? What do you think as far as your street? How many people did leave?
well, so I live in a double duplex. So you saw the people behind me, and then I live in a duplex right there. So they basically had one or two of them evacuated, and then me and my other neighbor stayed. So about 50-50 there. But on the street where there's homeowners, all the homeowners stayed, except for maybe like one or two. So maybe like 80% of the people here stayed.
Yeah. So
Uh,
you said this was your sixth hurricane. Is this the worst, or how does it stack up?
yeah, well, the first, yeah, this would be the most windy, definitely. I haven't looked at the news yet, I guess because the power's out. I haven't seen much of the news, but I'm wondering how bad the swell was on the bottom side of the hurricane and where those neighborhoods are at right now. But here I'm walking up to the
Reservoir.
park right here.
Okay. Yeah.
And
Just
yeah, we got the police sectioned it off, which wasn't like that this morning.
well, and
And
looking, it doesn't. As you're walking down the street, just kind of tell us what you see around you.
yeah, so what we see is a bunch of here's our old telephone poles, and like almost one per block. There's going to be a tree down. If you can see that down there, I don't know how good my video quality is,
Yeah.
but anyway, like basically, they're when the repairmen come in here, they're going to have to go street by street and make sure the little wires are connected because it was just like a little. I'm wondering. Yeah, they're just so interested. I wonder when the power is going to come back on. I haven't been able to find an answer for that one.
And
But it's
how
Tampa.
many
I'm sure we'll
are
figure it out
without?
fast.
Yeah. How many are without power?
Oh yeah, so I just looked at the map when I was talking to you earlier. I said 550,000, but now it's 600,000 on that map I was on, where it shows yeah all the power. Yeah, in Tampa, and then north of Tampa, in that like arc right there, like just really got it. But yeah, right there.
Yeah. So
This
that's the
it's a
reservoir.
yeah, but I mean that's like 7 feet higher than it usually is. That's like a park that I walk around all the time, and it just ate it all up, and that's amazing. Yeah. So all of these houses right here are in Zone A that are right next to this reservoir, and then you go one house over. So that brick house zone A. Then this little house right here, this is the zone E right here. So they just give it. They have a whole different bracket for one house over, basically.
So zone A was told to evacuate and zone E was not.
Yes, in Tampa, A and B were told to evacuate. I think Pinellas was A, B, and C.
Okay. All right. So anything else you can tell us? What time did this hit? What time was the peak of this?
Oh man, you know what? And I think I started falling asleep because I was just like the power was out. There's nothing to do, so I just started falling asleep. But I think it was around 11 or 11:30 when I feel like the most of it happened, and that for some reason that's like right when I went to sleep. But that's I think when that big tree fell down, and yeah, when the big gusts were happening. So maybe like around 10:30, 11, something like that.
Well, Drew, we're thanks for sharing with us today, and I'm glad you're okay, and everybody else in your neighborhood seems to be okay. And
Yes.
I'm going to stop the recording and ask you one other thing here.